Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I want to close out our September budget today. So that involves flipping back to the calendar view, laying down the final expenses for the month, and then finishing the weekly check-in, and then plugging in all of the numbers into here to see how we done. It was a very spendy month, especially the latter half of it. We spent a lot of money, but it is what it is, you know. So before we actually get into this part, as I said, we're going to flip here and we are going to work from the 24th to the 30th of September. So on the 24th, first things first is we had McDonald's. So we had McDonald's for lunch. I brought Ava as a treat because she doesn't ever really, when you see the eating out, chances are if it's not McDonald's, she hasn't ate out. So we just, because she just wanted a treat, we gave her one. Is that the right way to do it? No, but that's just what we did. Then we also have Dunnes Stores. So in Dunnes Stores, I bought her winter boots, a dress, and something else. Boots and a dress, anyways. It was 37 euros. We also had Chinese on Friday the 25th. We had some Chinese. Then I did go into Centra. We spent $5.59 in Centra. And also we had I went and got Ava's steroid cream that we are using as part of the treatment plan we have for her eczema. So we got that. 26th, myself and Robert went on a little day date, and we got we just ate out in the local shopping centre. We walked around, had a really nice time. We also went to the shop. In the morning time, I went to the shop when Robert was doing some work, and I got we needed bread and milk, so that's what I bought. But then when myself and Robert were on our own, we went to Lidl and we did our shopping. And then when Robert was out doing his work, on the way back he stopped and he got Ava something in the toy shop. So she was absolutely spoiled with her McDonald's and her toy that she got. So moving on to the 27th. So for the 27th we went to Tesco's and we picked up some stuff that we needed there. And then also we got some petrol in the car. So that's this kind of mustardy colour. And if you're wanting any of these colours that you see here, they are available on my Etsy shop or Irish Budget. Now mine I'm using are like offcuts, and that's just so I don't waste it. I'm just using it up. So obviously when you purchase them, they'll be perfectly cut and all that sort of stuff. So on the 28th, we had, Robert went and got, no. That's not right. That's not right. Robert went and got bike petrol on the 28th. There. The 29th, I went to Dunnes and I picked up some stuff. Probably didn't need it, but I went anyways for 9 euros. And then on the 30th, Robert stopped in and got something in Apple Green, which is like, again, like a store in a petrol station. That's a convenience store. And then also he used the majority of his money to buy from the work that he did on Saturday. He used that to buy something for his motorbike, but he did have to add 68.88 from the sinking fund. So they are all of our expenses. Okay, so if we zoom out, we go and we flip here to the final week of the weekly check-in. Okay, so actually I can't do that. So if we just have grocery, so we had 41.62 remaining. We spent more than that. So if I add up all of the grocery ones, which is this kind of lightish bluish grey colour, so we had $5.59, we had $69.87, we had $2.79, we had $5.79, we had €9, and then $41.15. So that means we had €134.10. And as you can see, there was only 41.62. You can't see anything because you zoomed it in. So there was only 41.62 remaining. So if we do 41.62, which meant we went over by 92.48. Then we have the petrol. So for petrol, we had the 20.01 for the car and then 15 for the bike, making 35.01. So that's petrol. As you can see, that we had some left over. So that was we had 45.10, take away the 35.01, left in us with €10.09. Then we had dining out. Again, we had a lot of dining out. So we had the $12.50 from McDonald's, 21 from the Chinese, and then 19.50 from when myself and Robert went out, making €53. And we already had 53.55 over, which left us with being over of €106.55. Then the final category is unbudgeted. And we did have some unbudgeted. So first I'll just mark off these ones. We had that $13.99 that Robert got for Ava. So now down here we add up our total spend. So for grocery, petrol, dining out, can't spell, and unbudgeted for the whole of the month. Okay, so the way you can do it is you can add up the 4 weeks, which I will be doing that for unbudgeted. So we had 1,100 at the start, then we had 995, then we had 153.25, then 13.99. So we had spent 127,719 of unbudgeted there. Now some of that did come from our emergency fund. 1,100 of that did come from the emergency fund. So that's why I was kind of querying at this first month whether or not I should consider this unbudgeted, because it did come from a sinking fund, but it did come from our emergency fund. So you know, it's kind of hard to know. Then with dining out, we are budgeted €40 and we spent €106.55 over, which means we spent €146.55. With our petrol, we had budgeted €160 and there is €10.09 remaining, which means that we spent €149.91. And with groceries, we had budgeted €400 and we spent $92.48 over it, which meant we spent $492.48. So now what we do, sorry, I have to move around there. Now what we do is we plug in the figures for this, okay? So the rent I haven't been sharing, that's just because I just don't want to. Then we have our bins. Our bins didn't come out, so we didn't spend anything there. So I'm going to just mark that. We did put that money into the bins fund, into the bill, but we didn't actually get a bill. So I'm just going to mark that like this. Electric, we again didn't get a bill for electric, but we did put in the 64.50 to it. We did put 49.11 into gas, but we didn't get a bill. Our bill was €12.91. Air was 65.49. Vodafone, we didn't get a bill for some reason. Gomo was $9.99, Netflix was $7.99, iCloud was 99¢, and then our medication again, it just didn't come out. So now over onto this section here for the sinking funds. So we had budgeted €4 for the sinking, for the insurance, and that's exactly what we put. Our bike and tax, we had budgeted $144.58 and we ended up putting $147.58. The maintenance we had planned for, but we actually put €58.45. Christmas we had planned €236.98 and in fact we put $397.68. Medical, we had planned 50 and we put 49.74. Birthdays, we had planned 30 and we did put 30. Pet care, we had planned 20 and we did put 20. Clothing, we had planned 20 and we put $16.99 in there. So we'll add those up. So it was €4, $147.58, $58.45, $397.68, $49.74, $30, $20, and $16.99, making €724.44. So then down into our groceries. So if we remember from here, groceries was $492.48. Petrol was $149.91. Dining out was $146.55. And unbudgeted, I'm going to put here. We never plan anything for unbudgeted, but we did have the $1277.19. So again, this is why I'm not exactly happy with this, but because of the fact that some of this money came from a sinking fund. So $1277.19 plus $146.91 plus the $149. Oh no, that's totally wrong. $492.48, $149.91, $146.55, $1277.19. What I'm gonna do is not say $1277.19. What I'm gonna say is it was €177.19 because 1,100 of that was from my emergency fund. So now we go back. I could have just took away. So let me just add this up again. It was $966.13 is what it was, and then here okay, yeah, that's just the way it is because I had that money already. It's not something that we had to add this month into the budget, so I think that works. So income, I obviously don't put. Fixed expenses, again, because of the rent, that's just kind of not going, but then these have all been added to this. It's just that they haven't come out there was no bill, but the money still was sent to there, if you know what I mean. Then we had budgeted for the sinking funds €509.56, and we ended up spending $724.44, and that's not spending as in I actually physically spent it. That means that I sent money from the income that we received this month to these sinking funds here. And then the cash envelopes, we had wanted to spend €600, and we ended up spending €966.13 there. So you can see that there is a big difference between these two. So if we just add that up, it's obviously €366 in the difference, more than I wanted to spend. And then this one I'm okay with for the sinking funds. It was $724.44, and we only wanted $509.56, running away from me. So it was $214.88 in the difference there. But the sinking funds one is a good one because, you know, it's more money into funding those things that we want to achieve. So there we have it. There is our budget for the month of September. I know probably you're getting frustrated that I don't have the income and we don't have the figure for the fixed expenses, but this gives you a broad idea of where our money went for the whole of the month, and where we assigned money, whether we spent it or not, and this is where it was assigned, and this is what happened to it. So yeah, that is it. That is today's video. How did you get on in September? Was there any unexpected things that came up, or did you manage to fund your sinking funds or fund your savings or pay that extra debt payment that you were working on? Let me know down in the comments how you've done for the month of September. And again, if you are interested in getting any of these budgeting stickers that you can see, they are available on my Etsy shop or Irish Budget. And yeah, I would love if you would go over there and you could you know, purchase budgeting stickers. There's also cash envelopes, and there is also some printables there as well that are budgeting related. So thank you so much for watching. I'm over on Instagram, Karen's Budget Plan. Information is in the description for both the Etsy shop and my Instagram. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.